Welcome to Riverbend Talent on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
It's another Thursday night in the Riverbend. That means another sea shanty sing-along already underway down at Morrison's Irish Pub. It also means Riverbend Talent on the air right here on 107.1 FM, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company and by Mr. Matt Van Voors of Macias Insurance. And a reminder, if you want to play Rock the Hops, it's time to submit your band stuff to Rock the Hops. And that's rockthehopsalton.com, or you can go by our website, cottonmouth.org. There's a link right there for that and everything we talk about here tonight on Riverbend Talent, including the open mic later tonight at the Conservatory. We got Case 44 going until 10 o'clock at Fast Eddie's. We got open jam tonight, a Grateful Dead theme, 7 o'clock at the Full Moon Lounge in Godfrey. We got Bobby and Jimmy Rollins going until 9 o'clock at Wigglers at Holiday Shores in Edwardsville. We got the Freddie Jones Band at the Wild East, 7:30. Dustin Coleman underway at Big Daddy's until 9. We got George McLaren, Michael Hubbard, and Jimmy Patton doing the staggering again in Edwardsville from 7 to 10 tonight. Bob Leone, 7 to 11 at Deutsch Village Inn and Pontoon Beach. Cash Godin already underway at George's Pub and Grill until 9 o'clock. The Salmon Creek underway. Started at 5:30, goes until 8:30 at the Prairie Inn in Dorsey. Scott Marlin playing the Red Bar until 9 o'clock in Collinsville. We got Al Holliday and the East Side Rhythm Band, 7 o'clock at Long Shots at Fairmont Park in Collinsville. And an open mic up in Staunton tonight at Mississippi Culture. Sign-ups at 6:30, 7 to 10 with Spencer McDowell hosting that. And glad to have back in the studio, Erin Joe returns for another Riverbend Talent on the Big Z.
Hi.
How's it going, Erin?
I'm excited to be here. How's it going?
It's going well. I can't believe it's been 3 years already.
I know, it doesn't
It's the
feel
last
like it.
time.
Right. I know.
And that was Bring Me the Fire.
That was. I've had so many wonderful people to play with. I'm lucky to have gone through that journey.
And so I'm starting to think that maybe you're a pyromaniac.
Maybe I do have a lot of fire stuff going on.
Yeah, you do. And your latest release, Burn It Down.
Burn it all down. Burn it all down.
More fire.
Get rid of it all.
You like the fire, don't you?
I mean, it seems like I do.
Got some flames on this album?
I do. I got flames on this album, and I still have some like set decor left over from Bring Me the Fire. So I'm like, yes, I get to use it. Yeah. So finally, I get to use this stuff I got 3 years ago that I don't use anymore.
So yeah, the new release called Burn It All Down, and
Yes.
you know, when I seen that, it reminded me of a record that I put out back in 1993.
Oh yeah, Great
And
Flood.
but then I started reading like some of the song titles, and you're back to the breakup thing.
It does seem like the breakup thing.
Yeah.
I write a lot of songs that are about other things that seem like they're disguised as breakup songs, or like a love. There's like push and pull, but it's really sometimes about something else.
So since you're a pyromaniac, I
Yeah.
brought a copy of our 1993 release.
Oh my gosh. Give that to me. Oh wow. See, this is a cool cover. This is
We actually set a toilet on fire.
you did. It's got this globe. That's funny.
Yeah, and
Mila was going to have me set her globe on fire for a picture at her house. And I was like, let's not set your globe on fire.
see, check it out, a little synchronicity.
Yes.
And if you read the title on the side, you got to turn a cassette on the side.
I remember.
You remember?
I remember, kind of. Okay.
Turn on the side.
Cottonmouth, go in the pot.
Yep.
Hence the toilet.
Yeah, and back in those days, we couldn't afford to put a J card out
Yes.
with the lyrics on it, so we had to print them like this.
Oh, wow. That's so cool, though. Okay.
Vintage stuff. Oh, by the way, Pigpen's here.
Hi, Pigpen.
I am? Are you sure? I don't think I am.
I think I took over. I was like, yeah.
Last year, I made him the star of the show. I'd introduce him as the star of the show last year, and
There
now
you go.
this year I'm just ignoring him.
Oh my gosh. This is some like narcissistic love right there. First you got the love bombing.
Right.
And then you take it away and then you just give them little popcorn kernels.
Like the old compliment sandwich.
yes, right. Happy, sad, happy. Oh, Lord.
Good cop, bad cop.
Do you need help? Blink twice if you need help.
Oh, man.
So when I seen it burn it all down, I was like, I thought of that once.
Oh, you did? I know.
And I'd the whole world was burning down. It felt like that was back in 1993.
I could imagine. You know, I remember being a kid watching like the news. My parents were watching the news or whatever, and I remember seeing stuff like vaguely. I thought that my oh my gosh. Saddam Hussein kind of looked like my dad because he had like the 80s mustache. My dad kind of looked like Saddam Hussein. And so it made me afraid of my father because they're like, oh, watch out for this scary man across the pond.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, oh, that's my dad. I mean, I was five.
Right.
So like, come on. But I do remember like the 90s, like there's a lot going on. There was still Israel, Palestine, and there was still oil stuff. We had the Great Flood of 93 here in Alton.
Yep.
So I can get it. Are you still laughing about Saddam Hussein? It's my fault. You heard it here first on Riverbend Telling.
It's all right. Osama bin Laden was mine.
There you go. I could see it.
Really.
You can't take me anywhere. I can't.
We did have a spider hole in our backyard, though, for some reason.
This is the last Riverbend Talent radio show that is going to happen.
You're burning it down.
I burned it down. I'm bad luck.
I'm pretty sure we got canceled 4 years ago and just don't know it.
We're just like in a room broadcasting to no one.
Right.
They didn't have the heart to tell us.
Oh, shoot. I think I have some friends listening right now. They told me they were going to.
You think?
So, Bridget, Kristen, Michael, if you're listening, hi. Love you.
That's a big audience for us three.
I know. That's 3 whole people.
Well, my mom's listening.
Oh, hello. That's awesome.
Yeah. 89.
Nice.
We gotta
Oh,
get-
very
89 now,
cool.
yeah.
That's
We're going to have to get
good.
the Arbitron books this month.
Your mom is rocking and rolling.
Yeah, she's followed everything I've done my entire career.
That's
so.
really cool. That's what moms do. Yeah.
So,
All
lucky to
right.
have her. So, yeah.
All right.
Burn it all down.
So now I want... I see. I've been sitting here quietly for a while because
That's because I had your mic off.
how? Well, there's that. I mean, I was actually over here talking, but
The whole time.
the whole time.
You guys can't see it, but it's true.
You watch the video. I'm like, anyway, so the new album is Burn It All Down.
Burn it all down.
What does that have? How does that connect again to Bring Me the Fries?
Fires. There he goes. There he goes.
Because some people like them burnt.
Oh, the burnt
Yes.
fries. Okay. See what it is. This is it. I was asking that as just a lead-in question. I figured it out. She said it. What it really is great promotional reuse of material. She's
There you
like,
go.
I have all this flame stuff.
I do.
What could we possibly call this album?
Right.
Rebranding.
So when
Just like they did with the flu. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
rebranding the flu every year, it gets a new promotion.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah,
But no, I wrote this song in 2015 probably. So it's old. I've been playing it a lot, but I have all these songs in different files, recording people's basements, or I won this TV show back in the olden days of 2015, and I was supposed to get some. I mean, shoot, really. It feels like yesterday, but it also feels like 1 million years ago. It's like, what is time? Ugh. But so I won that TV show, and I won some studio time, but we never finished it, and now that studio is gone. So Middletown Studios in Troy is no longer with us, and I can't get a hold of my files. But if they're listening, give me my files, right? And so
Hey, Middletown. Hey, if you're listening to me,
we never finished.
cough up the files, man. Don't make me come looking for you.
That's right. You heard it from Pigpen 9.
I heard you do Dio cover.
I do. Rainbow in the Dark.
Rainbow in the Dark.
That's right.
But I didn't realize you did Cookie Monster. Until just now.
Like a rainbow in the dark.
Who we believe invented death metal.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think he was going through something.
Dude, look, so you can look it up. There's a bunch of them. People take the Cookie Monster video and
Really?
they make it sing to Tom Waits songs.
Really?
And it is so great.
Oh, that's my new favorite thing.
I said when I first found him, I watched him like for hours. This is and some of them you can tell they just put some of them you can tell they really work to get where it looks like Cookie Monster singing.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
That's so good. I love this one song by Tom Waits. It says, God's away on business. I'm like, yes, I guess he is. He's taking a little break. He's taking a lunch break.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so
pretty exciting. You got an EP release show coming up.
Oh, yes, May 16th. So it's like, what, 8 days away, 10 days away? What is today?
That's math.
I
didn't even know I was here until you told me. How would I know what day it is?
But it's Saturday, not this Saturday.
I woke up, I thought it was Tuesday.
It does feel like Tuesday, y'all.
But someone said it's already like Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know.
Thank God it's Thursday, TGIT.
It's really Thursday. Oh,
y'all,
man.
you can't have me on. Yeah.
Just bring me some more fries.
Bring me the fries. I know. We had a thing going.
I forgot about that.
I should not be a band leader. I just can't do it.
No, you should be.
I should. I mean, like, sure, I should like have a band, but like.
Right.
Doing all the things, making decisions. I think I was like making the decisions for everybody. This is before I realized that like sometimes I have rigid behavior, and I get something stuck in my head. I'm like, this is what we must do, and then we put out this amazing video recorded by Vivid Cortez. Really took what I wanted and made it into a reality, and we recorded it at Michael Snyder's house and Michael Snyder, really Cooliverse house, right?
Wow, nice.
It's a very cool video. However, the people on that song, Can I Talk, is Mila and Colette, but they had left the band, and so then I had the new members of the band playing, so we kind of Milli Vanilli'd it, and I'm like, y'all, I should have just let it go. Once Mila left, I should have just been like, all right, we're done.
I have an idea. In
What's
the
that?
new modern age of AI, go on Sora 2 or whatever it is, and have Cookie Monster put in all your places on the video. There's just Cookie Monster playing the instruments.
There we go. I love that.
I think it could be done.
Can I talk to you? I like this. This is coming in 2027. Re-release. Gonna have a party. But yeah.
So
Even better, Saddam Hussein. Playing all the instruments.
It's funny because a couple years ago, somebody tagged me and a lot of other people in a photo of Saddam Hussein and his family.
Oh, no.
That was actually a picture of your family. You just didn't recognize it. That was your dad.
You just don't remember all the trauma.
Did you guys live in a hole?
No, I mean maybe. It's hard to say.
You were young.
It's hard to say. No, I remember my whole life. It's a little bit crazy. So, my whole young life, my teenage years, 20s, I don't remember so much.
I remember my whole life too. It was like started off just this dark tunnel, and just all of a sudden it was bright. Oh, where's my sunglasses?
You thought it was birth, but it was really a flashbang grenade because you were born in a hole because we are Saddam Hussein's children. There we go. Full circle.
For sure.
Hatched in a hole.
Are people still listening? Are they okay? Are you okay out there in the world?
If they're still listening, they're not okay.
They're not okay.
And if they are, we have to thank Halpin Music Company and Mr. Matt Van Voorst of CS Insurance because they've allowed us to do this going on year number 10 now.
That's amazing. They're great. I love Halpin. I don't know Macias Insurance, but maybe I'll get to know them just like you guys should.
We know Stubblefield.
Oh, I know Stubblefield. Yeah.
That's Matt Van Voorst.
Oh, okay. Okay, very cool.
Guitar
Stubblefield's
player.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he probably hates it when I say this, but when you get your insurance quote, you can tell him to bring a guitar.
There
Play
you
a
go.
couple songs.
Play it. He's like,
Can you sing this insurance quote to
what are
me?
you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need bibbity-bibbity. When you got Matt Van Voorst.
And for liability.
I think I know that one. I think that's my song. He's copying off of me now. So, all right.
Yeah,
So
we're going to burn it all down anyway.
We gotta burn it all down.
Doesn't matter who copies who.
I got this album coming out. I'm actually going to put it on.
You're going to use our album cover?
I am.
Go ahead.
I'm actually going to put my album on a cassette as well and then record some B-sides on the other side. Because did you know that the youngsters can't have their phones in school anymore?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
you do that.
believe me.
Believe
as it was coming on, I
Actually,
heard.
I have substituted your daughter before.
She was going to come down. She did.
Yeah.
She edits the videos for us. Now she works
Okay.
here.
Oh, nice.
And I told her you were
She's
our
a cool
guest,
cat.
and she was trying to work it out to come down, but I think she had to.
Well, you know,
look at her other
teenagers.
job.
Yeah,
she's
teenagers.
busy.
Teenagers are doing their teenager thing. But I am around teenagers a lot. They terrify me, but it's my job, and so I'm just like, hey, don't kill each other. Let's just get your work done. But they can't have their little phones anymore, so they're in these bags. I'm gonna tell you, I've been told by some of these teenagers that they said they're undoing those bags. I don't know. I shouldn't. I can't believe I just snitched on the radio.
That's
I'm
all
no
right.
longer the cool substitute.
No, that's all right. No,
Okay, but it's only like 1 or 2 kids. So I'm wondering, how about I sell my tapes with a Walkman included?
There you go.
Right? And then they can walk around and be super cool with the retro vibes. So listen, teenagers, if you're out there, or parents of teenagers, let us know your thoughts. Would you use a Walkman with my album in it?
First of all, we have to tell the youngsters what a Walkman is.
I know, right?
A magazine is like the
Google, don't they
internet
know?
made out of trees.
I will. See, there's this thing. I don't know how. Yeah.
you have to,
There's
really
this
dig deep.
3D printer. Imagine a 3D printer.
So,
So I think they're called
you're onto
cassette
something.
players
Yeah.
now because I just bought one.
Yeah.
Actually, I did
I have
recently.
a Walkman too. Yeah.
$20,
Oh shoot.
and it converts your cassettes to MP3s.
Okay, now that's cool. That's
So
really cool.
Yeah, but it was a ripoff.
Oh, it didn't
because like you got to plug it into your computer, which
to make
It's
it
like-
anybody can do.
Yeah,
I was
it's like
going to say,
let's just have a
for it to
computer.
convert, it's actually
Yeah.
got to have a little computer chip in it.
Well, it
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
with like the
You use your
software
computer
that
to
you
do it, yeah.
download, and
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a recording device, you
It's
just
like-
record.
But I truly think you're onto something
I
here,
hope so.
because here's the deal. The kids are getting their phones taken away. I
Yeah.
heard all about it. They got to put them in these bags, or they got
Yeah.
to not bring them at all, or whatever.
Right.
And they all love to go around listening to stuff.
I know. I don't blame them.
If they had
Yeah.
a choice, if they had their druthers, I'm sure they would want to listen to something. And if and it does have a retro vibe to
Right?
it, to do something like that. I think you're onto something.
I think
and,
so.
And somewhere there's a million of these laying in a pile.
Anybody want to donate some Walkman to me?
I got mine with Marlboro on it because I got it from Marlboro Miles.
Let me sell that to the kids. Listen, teenagers.
This has got Campbell Joe on it. Camel Bucks.
Just like take the camel off and put Erin instead. Erin Joe.
You might be able to buy them in bulk. I mean, the
Yeah.
one I got was only $20.
Right.
It had auto reverse on it. Remember that?
That's cool. I do remember that.
Gets
yeah.
to the end and flips
Over
over.
Yeah,
automatically.
man, yeah.
Sometimes I didn't want that. Sometimes I didn't want it to do
Right.
that. I just wanted to rewind to the song. My first tape was a Barbie tape. and
Okay.
it had this song about dreams on it, and all I remember is like wind chimes. And I used to listen to the song about dreams. See, that's like we just unlocked a memory. Wow.
See, I'm going to be dreaming about Barbie now.
Yes.
And Ken, even though he's all smooth. Doesn't matter.
Hey, times have changed. I think we're into that now. So,
Right.
right? Or maybe we've always been into that, but now we just have permission.
So
for sure.
yeah, you're bringing up old memories here.
I am.
I think I can't remember exactly, but I think like my first 45 might have been Maggie May by Rod Stewart. But before that, I got my first full length album, and I believe it was the Osmonds. I can't. It was like it was purple,
Osmonds.
and it had a family on it. I can still picture it. Might have been the Partridge Family. I don't know.
love that.
No, I think it was the Osmonds.
My dad had a good record collection, so I know about records. I am just 21, but why are you laughing so hard at
I
that?
love it. I love it because you youngsters still know about the albums. This is great.
My first album, my first record was on a Fisher-Price record player.
well, yeah,
And it
okay.
was a Suzuki Violin Instructional Method Volume 1.
So if we're
That
gonna,
paid off.
If we're gonna do a Fisher Price, I guess I had a record before that. Those plastic disc records,
Yes.
Mary Had a Little
Yes.
Lamb. This is the song of its time. It's about this girl Mary. She had a lamb that was little. I don't do the song justice. You gotta
I
hear it.
think that's great. I think I'm gonna put it on my next album. So All right, so May 16th, are you coming to the show? It's in Edwardsville. It's a Saturday. It's at Stagger Inn from 7 to 10. Matt Meyer is opening. Matt Meyer from Poor Dirty Poor Dirty Restaurants. And he recorded some songs of mine in his basement back in the olden days. And I think he's kind of got like a newer setup going on down there. So maybe I'll reach out to him for some of my next work coming up. But yeah, he's opening the show, and then I'm playing. Mila's joining me on bass and background vocals, and she's on the album too.
Okay.
And then Molly, who plays excellent guitar on the album and also does backing vocals, she's going to join as well, because we're trying to keep it like authentic to the album. Yes. And then Colette Beckwith is on the album. She's a fantastic drummer. Like, her beats are just, sometimes I just listen to the song and I'm like, oh, this drum beat's so good. I really like the drums. You know, it's like, right. But she can't do it. So we found Mila has a friend, and she's bringing her into the fold, and her name is Molly. So I'm bringing a Molly, and Mila's bringing a Molly.
So there'll be lots of Molly at the show.
There's going to be a lot of Molly at this show.
Golly, Miss Molly.
Golly, Miss Molly. I have to quit drinking, so, you know, I'm looking forward to bringing the Molly.
Yeah, double Molly. Double dose of Molly on that night.
And now we're fired.
Right.
For real.
Back to the fire.
Double dose of Molly.
Double dose of Molly. So go to the show.
Do you remember last time Molly being here, Pigpen, for Bring Me the Fires? She played in the band Electric Baby Powder.
Yes.
I do remember.
I don't know if they're still doing stuff or not, but she's been doing stuff on her own and kind of growing up a little bit. You know, she's a whole 23 now, I think. So she's a couple of years older than me.
She can rent a car.
Yeah. I don't think she can. Wait, don't you have to be 25?
It's crazy.
She can't
rent a car.
No. But, you know, I think we stole her for a little bit when she was 19 and 20 and stuff. Right. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what she's going to do. And we're going to have a practice. And then so I'm going to play Trinity Fest.
Right. I was going to say that same day.
That same day at 3 o'clock, I'm playing Trinity Fest. I'm going to get there at noon because that's when it starts at Milton Schoolhouse. I'm going to see all the fun bands there that I can. Then I'm going to skedaddle as soon as I get done playing. Be like, thanks very much. It's all about me. Goodbye. Thanks for watching me. I can't watch you.
So that could be like a double release party, though.
I could talk about it.
Yeah.
And I could be like, listen, buy my album. Actually, you know what? They could be the first one because it's not technically the release party, so they could get in on it. Be like the first person. You're the first person to buy a shirt because I just ordered some shirts.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So are you really putting it out on cassette?
I really am.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
That's awesome.
That might take a little time because, you know, I think I'm going to be doing an old, like, put the CD in and then hit record.
Oh, okay,
okay. That's the way we all did.
I've done that,
Yeah, we all did it.
I've done
and then
that.
the other side, since I don't have a lot of, like, stuff out that people haven't already heard, like, you know, I'm on Spotify and, you know, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, but I only have, like, 3 or 4 things out there, so I'll put some other things people haven't heard or want to hear, and I'll put that on the thing. But it'll probably just be like me and the guitar. There won't be like bass and drums unless anybody wants to record with me and we just go for it live. Just like, yeah. Oh my gosh, that sounds so 80s. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Pigpen and I both put together cassettes where we had to like cut the labels out and put them on and like make our own J cards.
Oh,
and
wow.
that one there we actually sent off. But back in those days, like
wrapped.
to get them like mass produced, you had to buy like 1,000.
Oh my God.
And I got about 600 of those still hanging around.
So does that mean I can keep this one?
Yeah, if you want it.
I do.
I don't know why you'd want it, but
why wouldn't I?
Well, you know.
You know, my family is listening to this right now on a radio station, on like an actual radio.
Wow.
Yeah, and
They
so
still got those.
They had to like hawk it out of the basement. It's the kind that has like a record player. I'm making a lot of gestures.
Oh, yeah, that's all
They
right.
can't
It's good.
see
I like
me.
it.
They
It'll
know
be on the
camera
radio.
can,
Yeah.
but
I can see it.
you can see, you know, the thing where you do the thing, and you know, I swear.
This is great, though. All you have to do is unwrap that, go to the Smithsonian, find a cassette player. No,
Put it in there.
I have a couple cassette players laying around.
Like I said, I just bought one. It's $20. So I'm thinking about your promotion here. If someone wants a cassette,
Yeah.
you can buy the Walkman for $20.
Yeah.
Make the cassette, So you're in about the $23 range there, right?
Yeah.
Sell them for $25.
There you go.
Just to get them out there.
Yeah.
Because you always take a loss on that kind of stuff.
You sure do. You take a loss on like the first ones, because I bought a few shirts because I want to make sure they were here on time. And I also am like trying out some new designs. I've never had shirts to sell before that were just me and like not a band, so I'm feeling a little insecure about that. And so I'm like, I want to see how well these do before I go all in on like 500.
Right.
So each shirt probably was like $11, $12, So I'm like, I hope someone buys these shirts for me.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah, please buy these
shirts are tough, man.
I know.
They cost a lot to make.
I know.
I've got 5 Rubbermaids full of T-shirts. Every year, Jeffapalooza. Every year, Family Fest. Different
That's true.
bands.
Yeah.
I've been in, and you're just like, I gave a lot of them away to
Yeah.
my kids when they were in high school and all their friends. I'm like,
Yeah. Get our name out there.
Wear these silly shirts of this band that was around 25 years ago.
And you know how it goes with merch, too. All bands have went through this. So you're playing a show, someone comes up to you, they're nice.
Yes.
They're like, man, I'd really like one of those T-shirts, but I don't have any money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
So you just give them one, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
giving our money away.
Because you're like pumped someone will actually wear this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's because it's the very opposite feeling of when you're at someone like another show handing out flyers to your show, and you feel like saying, "Here, you throw this away instead of me."
Yeah,
Here, you throw this away. Instead of And so someone's actually coming to you interested in what you have instead of you trying to push something in.
This is the most expensive job I have. Like this job costs money. And then to make money, I play a lot of covers. I'm like, I kind of want to play some of my tunes. I have like 100 songs, and I was like, I got to put these out. I got to sing them.
You start forgetting them.
I do. Yeah. And some of them are slow. And so I usually don't do like slow, sad ones at like a restaurant or like a venue. I usually do my like, burn it all down. Those ones.
I hope everyone's enjoying their pasta. Here's a song about my boyfriend leaving me and kicking my dog.
Kicking my dog. So, he's gone now. The boyfriend, he's dead.
Well, not mine.
I'm just teasing.
We just got rid of the dog.
All
right, Dennis wants to say
a little bird told me that Burn It All Down's a song about having nightmares and flashbacks of a violent man and then getting revenge. A song about smashing the, I can't even say that word.
The patriarchy?
PC. We'll just say PC.
Am I right about
You're
that?
right. I can't believe you have my little blurb.
It's your mission statement.
Yeah. Okay.
It's word on the street, man. People are walking around saying this stuff.
Wow, I love that. They're talking about it.
That's a song. Burn It All Down.
So I guess if we want to get into it,
we do.
Okay.
Can I take a gander at what this is?
Yeah, please do.
Just taking a guess from what I've learned about you just on this radio show. You have memories of growing up with a violent man.
I know. I have so many songs. Like, I really want to put out my murder ballads just on like a little concept album. So of just the murder ballads. And there's like, oh shoot,
Saddam Hussein.
Yeah. Allegedly, he was a violent man.
Yeah. So this is about my father, Saddam Hussein, who did things and. They took him out, and
I like track 2, Life in a Spider Hole.
Yes, track 2, Life in a Spider Hole. It gets really deep on that one too. So
a song
I
about
you end with that song too.
So yeah. Is there a description of the water, the song on this album?
There is, but I want to. Now that you showed me how to say this, I want to say a song about smashing the patriarchy per chance to a tree.
Oh my God! I did say that.
Okay.
Per chance. That's like my Shakespeare times coming out. That's my theater dork. I was in this theater company in Austin, Texas called the Velvet Rut Theater.
Nice.
Yeah. I know.
Nice.
And it was in these people's house that they converted into a theater. It was cool. It was.
Is that what you said? I just want to make sure I heard that right. Because I'm talking about nightmares.
But then they changed it to Austin Drama Club. But it was
Velvet Rut's so better.
Velvet Rut Theater. And I didn't know it was like that whenever I joined. I was just like, oh, this is an interesting name or whatever. But we did, of course, Shakespeare and other classics, and we like put a spin on it because that's what you do. If you're gonna do Shakespeare, it's got to be like on a planet Zortron or something.
You end up hoisted by your own petard.
So I think Hamlet, there was like To Sleep Perchance to Dream or something like that. I played someone named like Talbot or something. I don't remember my name.
That sounds like sci-fi.
I played what was my name? Oh, it was something in The Merchant of Venice, and I just said, coming back. Whoop, sorry about that. Coming back from Tripoli. That was my line. That's all I remember.
The year was 2099, and Hamlet rose to power
in the world. So burn it all down, smashing the patriarchy, perchance to dream. I guess sometimes it's hard out here. And I don't know. I was okay. So the video that's gonna be for it, once I make like this motion picture video, there's these girls, me and my crew, and we're pulling up Quentin Tarantino style in this cool muscle car, and there's like gravel. Is it like, what is it called when it like drifts? Is it drifting?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Drifting. So it's like does this little drift gravel. It's very like Texas-y looking.
Nice.
And we walk up to this venue, and it's like our name in the lights or whatever, and like the opening band is on. They're playing their little stupid song and like whatever. Nobody cares about them.
Right.
And they're dudes and like whatever. And then we go backstage. Big Ben's losing it.
Their stupid little song. Nobody cares.
Their stupid little song. And we're backstage and like, the song's playing. I can see you creeping through the darkness. And we're like putting on our stuff and like our little vanity mirrors. And then we get up there and we're playing our song. We're like, yeah. And then we're like smashing our guitars at the end of the song or near the end of the song. And when they come up, they're like, it flashes to different, different settings. So throughout the song, maybe we'll see some of the past and maybe we'll see this bad dude, like,
It looks like
with his
Saddam
hands around
Hussein.
her throat or something. Something that looks like Saddam Hussein.
Your dad could play that part.
Well, my dad's dead, but, I know, I'd love to say that.
Saddam Hussein is too. So
Yeah, there we go. So now we just got to bury them in a pet cemetery.
And we just brought a sad note into the show.
Oh,
too.
no, he's been dead a long time. I'm fine. No, my dad would get a kick out of that. He would have absolutely loved what we just said. But anyway,
Awesome.
So we see like things like, Saddam Hussein's like choking me out or whatever it flashes. So you can understand. You can understand why we're mad at these people, right? And so at the end, we're like smashing our guitars or whatever. And then when they come up, they turn into like axes and baseball bats and like whatever. And then when they come down, they're chopping up a dude or whatever, beating up this dude, the bad dude that we saw. And then when the song's over, we're walking away from, I guess, his house, or maybe he is the opening band, and we burned the venue down.
Okay.
And we got to walk away from like fires and stuff. And that's the song.
So do you use your laser eyes to burn down the venue?
So did you guys get
Mila's art, right?
I am Talbot.
I was like, that was more of like me being like, look at my rainbow lasers. I'm trying to make everyone gay now. These rainbows will make you gay.
Oh, that's what gaydar is.
That's
I always
exactly.
wondered what that was.
Because if anyone knows about me, anything about me, is that I want to make everyone gay and lesbian and trans and questioning. So that's why those lasers were shooting out of my eye.
I'm trying to fill Pigpen in the artwork.
This is
has
satire.
these lasers coming out of her eyes, burning stuff down.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's a
That was just for the flyer. That's not the actual cover.
That's how that Ken doll ended up like that.
Yes! Because we had to make him smooth.
They call it the smoothening, the planet I come from.
That's right. They call it the smooth.
It's a horrible machine that does it.
I am a militant leftist, and I'm going to make you be like me.
So that's
I will
all
force
happening
you.
on, well, not the video, but the show.
The
May
show.
16th.
Yes.
Stagger in again.
Stagger in.
Edwardsville. Everybody knows where that place is
Yeah.
at. 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Matt
right.
Meyer opens, and we go on at 8. So he starts
that
at
poor
7.
suck. She's gonna be like, look at him play
Man.
his stupid little song. Who cares?
Yeah.
Look at him playing his stupid little songs.
And Matt Myers, I don't know if you heard the
burn him
story.
down, man.
If you heard the story before this, beware, my friend. Just leave after your set. They're going to kill you. I don't know if you heard this. You know?
There's a good
He's
chance.
such a good dude too.
I was
Poor
going to
guy.
say, there's a good chance he's listening.
He might be because I did put it out there.
Right.
You know,
Matt.
And
Matt Meyer.
He's been on the show. So,
Yes. I thought I saw that. So, you guys know the poor dirty astronauts, and you know they're gonna be missing an astronaut soon.
Do you know Matt's dad, Oscar Myers?
We're gonna have some burnt dogs. We're gonna bring the ketchup.
With burnt fries?
Yeah.
Bring me them burnt fries.
All right. What's the description for the water? Is the water any less violent?
What I'm going to do right now is we're gonna use that as a teaser.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We're gonna mention once again May 16th.
Yep.
The EP release party at the Stagger, and again, you can also catch Erin, Joe, and the Greater Good. I think they have you listed for Trinity River
For Trinity
Fest.
Fest, yes.
Right.
I don't know who's joining me for that, honestly. It might just be me and Mila.
Matt Tall just calls someone every time he plays.
I know.
Matt Tall and friends.
Yeah.
So the Greater Good's kind of that thing.
It is. It is. Because, like, I can't just, I love everybody. Can't pick one. I'm
There you go.
polymusical.
So that reminds me because like I think you posted on social media and someone said, "Hey, can I play?" And you're like, yeah."
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Joel, and he was king. But I do often be like, "Hey Joel, can you open for me?" And I ask him super last minute. So
Yeah.
Why would you ask him with this stupid little song? that was
Totally.
That's forever now, forevermore.
oh
It's
my
gonna be
gosh.
like their stupid little songs.
Oh, I want to open up for you just so I can be like, here's my stupid little song.
I will. Yes, next gig you will be opening for me, please. That would be amazing.
So what we do at this time,
Yeah.
we thank Halpin Music Company and Mr.
Thanks,
Matt
Halpin.
Van Voorst for sponsoring the show. Matt Van Voorst of Macias Insurance, German Insurance up in Jerseyville, and they like for us to tell you what's going on around the River Bend this weekend.
Ooh.
And we got the Love Buzz playing at the Flock from
Nice.
6 to 9. We got Hard Bop Messengers play Grateful Dead
Oh, cool.
at the conservatory.
Very cool.
$20 in advance for that $25 at the door.
Right on.
Okay, we got Denver Wade Trent 1:30, Jake Houlihan Band 7 o'clock at Fast Eddie's, City Heat 7 to 10 at the VFW in Alton, Flip the Frog out at Baker's and Hale from 7 to 10, Andrew Dahl up at George's Pub and Grill from 6 to 9, Lazy Lester at the Grafton Pub from 7 to 11, Money Shot down at Deutsch Village Inn and Pontoon Beach. The big shows this Friday night, Pigpen BC Homegrown with the Tracy Inman Band down at the Mill in Granite City, and still tickets available for that. The Waffle House Fight Club's playing Friday night
I love it.
at Jacob Myers in Granite City. They were sent a cease and desist order for using Waffle House in their name.
That's
Nice.
too good.
I say we
They
go
better
throw.
be punk rock.
Look, even if it's David Crosby threatening to sue you, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If
Let's
we've
do it.
learned anything here,
We
just
have.
do what you want all the time.
I was going to mention earlier when she said she was going to use that for her album cover. I'm like, well, everybody stole our name and it's trademarked, so I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
Steal our
Karma.
album.
Yeah.
So it's just how it goes.
It
If
is.
you don't have big lawyers, you just roll over.
And I
Top
don't
notch
know.
kings.
I don't know what kind of lawyers selling Southern hibachi get you. The Waffle House probably does have a little lawyering going on.
Oh my
And Aaron
goodness.
Jones, did you know that the Waffle House Fight Club takes requests at the show, and maybe it never played them, but they learn them right there.
Oh, that's something. Are you telling me this because I do this a lot?
Yeah.
How did you know I do this? People complain about this.
Okay.
This is why people don't want to play with me. It's true. It's fine. There's probably a lot of reasons, but
I have a list I could show you.
Do it.
We've had a lot of people on over the past
They're
10
like,
years.
don't
and they've
play
all
with Aaron
said,
Joe.
We haven't filled out a questionnaire.
She doesn't load in her own equipment.
So I'm
Her
wondering,
husband does it.
did that happen the night you played Rainbow in the Dark?
That would be awesome.
No, that did not happen.
That's so amazing.
Nope.
She does like this slowed down version. It's so pretty.
When there's lightning.
Yeah.
It's so slow. And I like to sing just like Billie Eilish. So if anybody, they're like, Aaron Joe, she sounds just like Billie Eilish.
See, I was thinking Billy Idol.
Oh, yeah. That's way more accurate, honestly. Hey, like a rainbow in the dark. I don't know. That was more Bowie. I don't know what I'm on, y'all.
Double dose of Molly.
Double dose of Molly. That's right. We got Molly on the show, on the album. We got Elaine, my friend Elaine, who was in Bring Me the Fires. She's doing stuff with like a samba group now, but she's on the album a little bit, doing some whoa-ohs and some ooh-ohs and stuff on there.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's gonna be good.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else
there
we
you
got
go.
going on tonight?
Mason, what we were talking about Friday night. No,
Friday night.
I got to like Edwardsville, Granite City area. So if they want to find out more about the outskirts, they can go right there to Cottonmouth.org.
Cottonmouth.org.
And follow along. Mick Foley's in town. You know who that is? Pigpen. He's a wrestler.
Oh shoot.
And,
for Brody.
He's went by a couple of different names. But he is the guy that brought extreme wrestling to the mainstream.
Oh, that's cool.
He's the guy that lands on tacks and does all the like really hard stuff. So folks out there know exactly who.
Yeah, folks out there like it, and I'm not going to talk no smack about the smackdowns of wrestling. I ain't talking enough. No smack.
So they're having a big Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling Fan Fest over at the convention center in Fairview
I was thinking
Heights.
that was also like a Bruiser Brody Memorial or something that saying. I don't know where I read that.
No, Mick Foley is.
He's doing a one-man show, but I thought when he was in town, it was somehow a Bruiser Brody Memorial I had read somewhere. I don't know.
Our buddy from.
I make a lot of stuff up.
I do too, and I say it like I'm like, oh, this is true.
And I can't really read. So
I'm like, oh.
I'm holding this upside down.
You don't have
So it's like a 2-day event over there, and then they're going to wrestle on Saturday.
Okay.
And Christian Stodder will be wrestling over there. Chris
that this
Exodus he's been on the show several times.
A few times, yeah.
So he's going to be in that. And, Dracula Johnson's playing on Friday night.
Fun.
Right? He's actually, Gordon Loveboat's going to be down at the open mic at the conservatory tonight.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
And Scotty runs that. He's a cool dude.
So they're playing with Coping and Blue.
Oh, they're a good band. Coping and Blue, yeah.
Assumptions.
I saw them at Mila's open mic at Bubby's and Sissy's on Mondays. Plugging.
Saints of New Madrid, which I like that name.
I do too, yeah.
Right
Got
here.
that New Madrid fault line going on.
Yeah. And Cry Nonsense.
Nonsense. That sounds familiar too.
A Red Flag.
Okay.
So just to highlight a couple more from Friday. So.
And that's this Friday?
Yep.
Okay, this Friday and this Saturday.
Now before we do Saturday, we will talk about the song The Water.
Ooh, The Water. It's not about anything at all.
Dumping a dead abuser into the Mississippi River and the self-reflection one has after doing that.
And the self-reflection one has after doing that. I love to talk in like terms.
I don't know about you, but usually when I reflect on a moment like that, I first think of the meal I had right now. And my first time I dumped a body in the river, it was a corn dog that I had.
I guess it counts.
What do you think of? I guess we'll have to listen to the song.
I don't know. Mashed potatoes and gravy, I think. Yeah. Well, this one is about, I think it's like, the main character's like sisters in an abusive relationship. And I know there's a theme going on, domestic violence theme, and trigger warning. I know that there's a lot, but it's, she, I don't know. I haven't decided in the video if like the girl dies or she ends up in the hospital or whatnot. But the sister definitely kills the dude and dumps his body in the Mississippi River. And my favorite line in there is like, see, and the damage of what I've done, it won't even hit me. They'll only miss him if he rises from the bottom of the Mississippi.
Oh, nice.
Ain't nobody gonna miss him. And Mila helped me with that line, so I want to throw her some little cred right there. It's probably my favorite lyric out of any of my songs.
Hey, anytime you can rhyme something with Mississippi,
I know.
that's kudos there.
I was like, we were talking about, I was like, okay, so we're dumping this body. He's in the Mississippi. Nobody's gonna miss him. What happens? We need to say nobody's gonna miss him, and we already had the line, the damage of what I've done won't hit me, and then it just kind of came, and then Mila's like, miss him if he Mississippi. I was like,
Oh, go Mila.
I know. When this song takes off, I'm gonna have to give her a percentage.
For sure.
Yeah. So.
Or you can just ride her out like Van Halen did Michael Anthony.
There you go. He
didn't do
did that to me
nothing.
too. I'm mad.
You didn't do nothing.
He stole Ice Cream Man from me.
Oh,
I wrote
know.
that.
I heard about that actually.
It wasn't called Ice Cream Man. It was called Hardware Store Man originally. I'm the Hardware Store Man. Call me if you need a wrench.
There you go. I mean, way more innuendos for that. You know, there's a lot of stuff with hardware you can
it
do.
was basically the same.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if you picked out a video production company, because these are some pretty intense videos.
They are very intense videos. I'm like, oh, because, you know.
I have a question.
You got to have videos.
Do you have a budget?
Oh, gosh.
Because
that
sort of
problem.
you can do it all in AI for nothing.
So I think so first I'm putting everything out on Bandcamp, and to kind of like do that and get things excited about that, maybe I'll do some like little 30-second, 10-second reels and whatnot. And then when I eventually release them streaming, I don't know if or when I'll do that, but probably will. I'm just kind of waiting for like things to get better for artists streaming wise, and Spotify has done some questionable stuff, but then they stopped doing some of the questionable stuff. So I'm like, are we going back to Spotify? Are we still boycotting? I don't know. So I was like, I'm going to just go my old way.
Cassettes.
Yeah, my old way, and I'm gonna put it on cassette, but it'll be on BandLab, so you can download it, and and whatnot. But if I do go streaming with it, that's when I would do these big videos and kind of get interest in them again, because like, well, everybody's heard it on Bandcamp. Why are we gonna want to listen to it on streaming? Well, it can reach more people, and then it's more, you can sync it with things. It can be on social media easier. But that's when I would get with some people. I really like this guy, Vivid Cortez. You should look him up. He did the Bring Me the Fires one. He lives in like Florissant, I think, and he's really good at like just like taking your vision and making it a reality. It was like $800 for one location, but he did a lot of edits.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I'm surprised. For $800, you don't get a lot in the video world.
Right. And it was freezing when we did it. It was November over at Michael Snyder's house, Cooliverse World, and I think, Sarah McGibney's in it, Heather Leach is in it, some people from Hideous Gentlemen were in it, just kind of like a who's who of Alton is in it, and they all had to like suffer the cold, and I feel bad, so I should put that video back out there, but with Cookie Monsters instead. But yeah, it was great, and he did a lot of great editing, and it doesn't look just like a Joe Schmo little video. It's although sometimes the videos that get the most views are just little like here's a picture of a poop in a punch bowl. I don't know, like
I would watch that. Where do I gotta go? Poopinapunchbowl.com?
I don't know what's going to show up if you do that. .org. .gov.
Either way, scrub your browser when you're done. That's all we can say.
You're screwed.
So you're going to have physical copies.
Yes.
May 16th.
Yes, physical copies.
You have some CDs, I guess.
Yes.
Some vinyl, maybe?
I don't know. I'm like, I want to see how interested people are in this. But yeah, vinyl sounds really cool. But I didn't think I'd get it done by Saturday.
So here you go. You can actually do vinyl like you're doing cassettes.
Yeah.
You can go online and you can find these old school record makers that are one at a time record makers.
Oh.
Where you cut a record right there. You have to have the piece of vinyl, and it's the way that they did it back in the old days.
I don't think I can do all that.
And they call them suitcase. They're like little suitcase size things.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And you can buy them and just make like 10 albums. It'll take you an afternoon. You're like, I have vinyl.
Like, oh.
I have 10. That's twice as many as I'll ever sell.
I know, right? I don't want it to be a really expensive coaster. Like,
well,
I've got a bunch of old vinyl that I'll just give you the sleeves from, so you can just stick them in there.
Yeah.
And then
put a sticker on the sleeve, put a new sleeve.
So now I have to source some vinyl, some like raw vinyl to like.
So I know a guy who works in vinyl siding. We can cut them round.
We got this. We got to cut around it. We just got to like melt
Sand
it a little
smooth,
bit. Yeah. Put the little grooves in. I don't know how they figured this out. Vibrations.
It's all vibrations.
It's all vibrations.
Light is nothing but a vibration till it's perceived.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a wave.
Whoa. Existential crisis happening. I felt that in my shoulders. Like, I felt that. was like, oh crap, I forgot. This is all just a simulation. Like, oh no, my autism is showing. Like, I can see through my arm. Sometimes I feel like I see the particles. Yeah.
The FCC doesn't control the video. If your autism shows a little bit, we won't get it. We're okay. Probably get us more views.
Probably.
Yeah.
And someone's going to be like, everyone's autistic now. It's such a trend. And then someone's going to be like, my day, we didn't have autism.
My day, we put them in the army and made them play the bugle.
On my day, we didn't have autism. Look at all my mini trains. Don't touch my trains. My mom, don't touch my salt and pepper shakers. You cannot touch my salt and pepper shakers. But no.
So how do you get salt and pepper on your food?
That's what I wanted to know right off the
She has regular ones for that.
Oh, okay.
But
Hold
she
on,
thinks
hold
that I
on.
moved them from her. She was convinced I hid it from her. But I didn't.
Oh,
It was
wow.
like
Okay.
a whole thing. And now we move her salt and pepper shakers on purpose.
And now we get to track 3.
Right? Which is about a battle.
So okay. Here's the thing, real quick, before we get off the salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah.
To throw down a rule, you can't touch salt and pepper shakers. That's a crazy rule right off the bat. But then to modify it and say you can touch some, dude, it's already too much to think about. Like this is
You can
already-
touch these like basic ones.
talk about sensory overload here.
She has a lot of salt and pepper shakers
man.
that she does. So if anybody wants to get Kathy Enoch's a something, get her some salt and pepper shakers. Yeah.
These are my little lamb salt and shakers. These are my Eskimos. They rub noses.
There's magnets.
But one's bending over so they can also smell. It's how you pose them. It's just different. I'm sorry.
We can't take you anywhere.
My brain just starts picturing things and I roll with it. I'll shut
All
up.
right, cut his
I'm gonna
mic.
go back to the
Cut his
beginning.
mic. No, I'm just teasing.
I can do that. Yeah.
I'm teasing.
So May 16th, Staggering Again,
Yes.
EP release. We're
EP
burning it all down.
You can go to erinjo.bandcamp.com.
And you can check her out also that day at the Trinity River Fest.
That's right. Trinity River Fest goes to a really great cause. I love Trinity's Way.
Right. And doing 2 shows that day, kind of like Psychedelic Symphony is doing this
Nice.
weekend.
Good.
Saturday.
Love
And,
those guys.
Thanks to Halpin Music Company, Mr. Matt Van Vorst of Macias Insurance. Psychedelic Symphony's playing 1 to 5 at Grafton Pub, and then 6 to 9 at the Mooneyham Gallery
Oh, wow.
event
Okay. Very
happening in Alton. Check this out. I got a little flyer.
Cool. Nice.
Some of the artists that'll be performing there if you want to do the honors and tell us about the art.
We got Devin Itchy Gable and live music by Psychedelic Symphony. And then we also have Carol Bach.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, and there's a cute little picture of a bear.
Yeah, she does like animal framed, nature framed.
Did you say like David Itchy something?
Yes.
What was his name again?
Devin, but it looks like he goes by Itchy. Devin Gable. Yeah, I know. Pigpen's got the itches.
Pass him the flyer.
Yeah.
So you can.
I was showing it to the camera.
Well, that's good. But
I forgot about real life people.
Man.
so also having a Saturday picking daisies 7 to 10 at Moss and Nova. We got Matt Tall down at Cat Daddy's from 7 to 10.
I
Double
like
wide
that.
deal 1:30 and Flip the Frog 7 to 11 at Fast Eddie's. The Back Dormant Spring Party with Whiskey River.
Oh, nice.
Shake Daddy's 7 to 11 at the BFW in Alton, and Money Shot at Bakers and Hale from 7 to 10. Dave Mendoza down at the Pump House at 8 o'clock. Fleetwood and Family at Chico's from 6 to 10 in Wood River. James Jones up at George's Pub and Grill in Jerseyville, and Backwood Burdens at Stanley's in Delhi. Tanglefoot 6 o'clock at Uncle Owl's Patio in Jerseyville.
I don't know any of these places. I got to get in there.
Yeah, we're going north here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where
Flip side-
Kathy lives.
Flip side at the Legion in Kane. We got
Oh.
Grafton Sip and Sample Stroll.
Wow.
So so you sign up in Grafton for the stroll,
Okay.
and then you go see Boulder Dash at the Hog Pit at 6 o'clock. You got Truckers 4 to 7 at the Loading Dock. I checked out the Loading Dock last weekend.
Nice.
Uh,
place.
Garden Party 4 to 7. we mentioned Psychedelic Symphony 1 to 5 at Grafton Pub, but Exit 52 is playing there as well, 7 to 11. No Exit Wound at the Bloody Bucket Saloon in Grafton.
So we got a lot of exit.
We do.
What are they trying to tell us?
Well, I don't know. I'm just reading the list. It's available
Like
at cottonmouth.org.
There's a message in there.
Yeah, Carrie Lee at Third Shoot, 1 to 5.
Nice.
We got the Steve Vicker Memorial College Fun Golf Scramble.
Whoa.
Scott and Michelle. They're doing the
Okay.
Arlington Greens in Granite City. I had no idea.
I know, Granite's popping off.
They are. They're doing amazing things.
Right.
So there's just a little sample. You can find more at cottonmouth.org.
Yes.
Shooting Star is playing. Remember them?
You're a shooting star, no matter who you are. Shine bright to see.
No, that's
Is
a
that-
song called Shooting
no,
Star.
I was going to say Shooting Star. Hold on. They had one big hit.
They had a few.
I think they played at Granny's back
Last
in the
Chance
day.
was.
Last chance.
This could be your last chance to be good to yourself.
Your last chance.
Yeah. KC Classic.
I was saying, it sounds like some KC stuff.
It is.
yeah.
Miners Theaters, where they're playing with Strike Force opening. They had some hit too.
Strike Force with a Y, I want to say. Strike Force with a Y?
Nope, no why.
You're thinking of
You're thinking of
Striper.
I'm thinking of
Striper.
Striper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did the song Shooting Star as a cover.
Oh, wow.
actually.
See? Full circle.
See,
Brains
right?
overloaded.
Yeah, so
Oh, man, we're all one.
a little taste of what's going on around the river bend. Spillie Nelson at Backstage, 9
Oh,
o'clock.
nice. Very cool.
And, how about Peter Porcelain and the American Standard?
There you go.
Heck yeah.
5 to 8 at the Stagger Inn again, where Erin Joe will be playing
Yep, that's right.
on May 16th with her Burn It All Down.
Burn it all down.
Release party. And,
Fire coal. Stagger's the first place I played that wasn't like a talent show at like a church, or like a high school thing. And so I think I was 18 when I first did their open mic on Wednesday, and then I did the Sunday one that Butch does. And so I was 18, and it really shaped me a lot. It shapes me feeling like I could make a little career out of this. But boy, oh boy, trying to make a career out of music is weird. It's
So,
strange.
sometimes we say
Don't do it.
at the end of the day
Yes, we do say that.
this, or at the end of the day that.
Yep. You're going to catch yourself saying that a lot.
But be careful, because
careful.
sometimes trying to boil it down to one thing
Uh-oh.
to describe somebody using one word is dangerous and involves fire. Be careful not to talk. I can't say that word.
Uh-oh. Don't talk stuff.
It's kind of like poop.
You're a towel.
Towel.
Because at the end of the day, or at the end of the show, maybe you're just as bad as the person you're talking about.
Maybe.
That is the song At the End of the Day.
I'm just as bad as whoever I ever talked poop about. I'm going to tell you what. I learned that the hard way. I get mad. Sometimes I get mad real fast. And then I'm like, "Wah!" And then I'm like, oh, I should maybe not be like that. So, but yeah, one time somebody said at the end of the day, this person is blah, XYZ or whatever. And I took offense to that, and I wrote a song about it.
Nice.
It was just kind of like, so again, it's one of those songs that's not really about a breakup, but it definitely sounds like it's about a breakup. But then it also could be applied to, it's like, what's the occasion? You're dressed for a battle. There's things like disinformation has got them all rattled, like when you give out false information on purpose, and so it kind of applies to some of the stuff we got going on today.
Oh, yeah, right
That
here.
disinformation.
Nothing but fake news coming over here.
Yeah.
Big
Pigpen's the king of fake news over there.
I pretty much make it all up on
I
the
do too.
spot.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Burn it all down.
I always act like I know, but I don't know.
Cookie Monster wants to burn it all down.
Cookie Monster wants to burn it all down. But yeah, it's about, don't talk no stuff, won't be no stuff.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And the last track is about how she hasn't decided what it will be.
Well, I put it on there. I did. I made a decision.
Okay.
And it's a song. Let's see. I didn't record it at the same studio, so I put a little space between track 3 and track 4 because it's supposed to be hidden. It's a surprise.
Oh, the old hidden track.
Yeah, the old hidden track that is like, it's like, oh, what are you doing here?
You gotta wait for a minute.
You did. You thought it was cool. You thought it was done.
House lights aren't on.
Uh-oh.
Don't stop the cassette yet. I'm saying don't stop the cassette yet. House lights aren't on. 4 seconds later, here it comes.
It's a song, and it doesn't sound like anything I would make. It's different. It's very southern rock. Sounds like I don't know. That one, it sounds like it's about a dude. It's a very masculine sounding song, but it's about like a woman in her, maybe like her 50s or 60s, grappling with like, I'm too young to be feeling this old, and just where she's been. And I think it mentions revenge too. So I guess that's why I chose this out of all the other crappy songs I have in the vault, all my little stupid songs.
What's it called?
It's called Me and the Gun and the Cold.
Oh, and the fire.
I think it's just going to be Me and the Gun.
And the fire.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the lyrics on there, and it's not listed on there, so no one's gonna know. It's just Me and the Gun and the Cold, but it's gonna sound like I was saying Me and the Gun and the Coal. So I don't know.
Well, that's where the fire comes in. You need that for coal.
You're like, oh, now this lady's singing about coal, coal mines. We done lost her. We done lost Erin Joe. She is gone.
Black gun, black lung.
Yeah. That's right. That's what it's about.
Well, I'm very excited for your release.
Thank you so
and
much.
your release party.
It's been a long time coming. I'm only 100 years old, and I don't have anything to show for it. I turn 100 June 1st, just so you guys know. So,
wow.
yeah. So
Passed
you better
us right
Don't
up.
look a day over 97.
Thank you.
I heard you just got your first legal drink last week.
I did, because actually I just turned 21.
Right.
So, I'm 21 or 100, no in between.
Right.
So
Ageless and timeless.
Exactly. So buy my album for my birthday.
Right.
That's what you can do.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So May 16th,
May 16th.
Trinity Riverfest,
Trinity
Erin
Riverfest.
Joe and the Greater Good, followed
Joe.
by Erin Joe at the Stagger Inn again in Edwardsville
Yep.
for the Burn It All Down EP release party.
Yes.
And then back to old Milton School. maybe.
Yeah, we'll hang out at Stagger for a while, hang out and play some, just hang out with our friends, and then we're going to get out.
We'll see if Matt Meyer survives it.
Yeah, Matt Meyer, you better watch out.
He is the opening act
He is, well,
from Poor Dirty Astronauts. He may have an escape
Run
plan.
for the hills.
yes. Actually, the last time that I played with Matt Meyer on that stage was like a month or two ago, and a real fire broke out.
Uh-oh.
So,
Hey, that fire was here when I got here.
I don't know. Maybe Matt's suspicious.
This
He's a
table was
suspicious
burning when I
one.
sat down at it.
Yeah. That
So-
wasn't me.
I love it.
Erin, I've been gathering information, and the Cottonmouth.org website is kind of set up to help bands. It's like a
Okay.
worksheet, right?
Okay.
So right at the top of the page, there's several links to places that will play
Oh.
independent music.
Oh.
So you just go there and click away.
So everybody needs to check out cottonmouth.org.
Right.
I've seen it on your YouTube stuff, how it says cottonmouth.org, but I just thought that was your YouTube channel. So it's your whole
So yeah,
website.
we keep all these gigs
Okay.
there.
Nice.
Got venues, so you go through the list and you'll be like,
I want to
"What?"
try them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to spam their mailbox.
All
and they're
those
going to love it.
bars that he listed that you said, I never heard of any of those.
Yeah.
You can go to cottonmouth.org and just click on each one you don't know and see what it's about and see if it's a place for you or not.
Yeah.
It loads up real fast because it's nothing but links.
Oh, okay.
No advertising.
Nice.
But we do like to thank Halpin Music
Thanks,
Company.
Halpin and
Mr.
Macias.
Van Boris.
Yeah.
Yeah, Macias.
Stubblefield.
German.
That's right,
insurance.
man. Only
you guys.
two rules at cottonmouth.org.
What's that?
First of all, there's no rules. And second of all, no outside food or drink. We got to make a living here.
Gotta make a living here. We gotta do it. We gotta ASMR this.
Yeah, and you'll find links to many of your old things.
Oh, we can see how good I did back then on the radio. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that too. Yeah. All
see
the
how
old
bad
radio
I did.
talent.
No, we'll see how bad I did.
But I'm talking about your bands. All
I
the
know. many bands. I know.
Bands.
I've done it. I just can't figure it out.
Band slut.
I'm a band slut. Don't tell him I said that. Can you say that on the radio?
I said rut. I said
I
Velvet
did too.
Rut.
I
That
said
was
the
the name of
Velvet
that was the name of the production company I worked with.
There's so many people we got to tag in this because
this is great.
we talked about a lot of people.
Yeah, and I'm worse than all of them.
I'm worse than all of them.
Just because you wrote the song doesn't mean I can't.
I'm a Cookie Monster.
Yes, I know.
Oh man, you.
I sounded like Grover.
You.
Can't take me anywhere.
Grover, Animal, after Jim Henson died, they all sounded goofy anyway.
That's true.
Y'all want to hear some funny jokes? Waka, waka, waka.
Grover was squeaky though.
That's good. That's really good.
I'm more like Beaker.
All I can do is Eddie Vedder. We're not even on the same subject, but that's the only impression I can do. Is Eddie Vedder, so.
Your version of Dio.
Girl.
You do Dio though.
Yes. Like a rainbow in the dark.
Aaron does Dio.
So good.
I would log on for that.
I did too. All right. Sounds like I need to get a whole nother thing started.
You got a lot going on already. A lot of pokers in the fire, as they say.
More fire. More fire.
See, I'm trying to throw some more
Fires,
your way.
burn it all down.
Yeah.
We could start a band of 3. The
Let's do it.
Riverbend Fire Talent.
There we go. They're gonna expect fire spinning though with that.
Well, we'll have to get John Johnson.
The
involved.
Riverbend
He can do
Talent
that.
Fire.
If you want to make a living here, you got to give the people what they want. Start spinning some fire.
All right.
John Johnson will eat some fire.
You heard it
for
here
us.
first. I spin fire now.
That's right.
We're all spinning the yarn is what we're doing.
I know we gotta go.
We've been talking to Erin Joe, her new release, Burn It All Down, coming out on cassette.
It's so cool.
It is the greatest thing ever. And,
Synchronicity. I can't believe I brought a cassette and
know,
you're
it's
actually
perfect.
releasing
this is great.
on a cassette.
I'm
That's-
also releasing on Bandcamp if that helps. But we'll just say cassette because
That's kind of
It's
campy.
way cooler.
yeah, it is way cooler.
so-
Cassette only.
Everyone's excited. They're going through their basements looking for their cassette player.
All I'm going to say is everybody buy a cassette before we burn it all down.
Right?
So
It does make for good
there you
fuel.
go. Well, thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
You know.
This has been a lot of fun.
It always is fun.
You have made me laugh several times. I don't remember what exactly happened. I think Ronald Reagan had something to do with it. I can't. I didn't want to bring it up, but my
started
dad actually
everything.
looked like James Brady after the shooting. I mean, we're talking about who our dads looked like in the '80s. No, my poor dad. He's rolling over in his grave. Would I ever look like him? I don't look like him. So anyway, thanks, Erin Joe, for coming down. Everybody, check out Burn It All Down. Check her out at Trinity Riverfest. Check her out at Stagger In Again. Check her out on Bandcamp after the 16th. Where else can they find you? Facebook,
Instagram,
Twitter,
Grindr. I'm on Threads, but I'm a totally different person on Threads. Watch out. I'm unhinged over there.
I'm on Stitch Fit. Stitch Fit.
I think I
whatever it
have
is.
a link tree, that kind of thing. I used to have a website, but I didn't pay for it anymore.
Yeah,
And
we all did.
It's like, yeah, right. It's gone. But yeah.
I still own the domain name cuckoobrains.com. I don't know if that's true.
You should check it out.
All right. Hey, thanks so
Yes.
much for coming down. Best of
Thank you.
luck with
Thank
the
you so
new
much.
release, with the shows coming up. Everybody
Yes.
get out, check it out, either Trinity Riverfest or Stagger In Again, or back at Trinity Riverfest, either one.
Now, something tells me you and Mila are going to be playing some more too.
Yes. Mila and I have a lot going on, so you can check out Mila's Facebook and stuff. She's been doing a lot of the artwork. She did the cover art for this. She did some of the
Oh yeah, she's been doing
artwork for
some
my
amazing
shirts.
art. Yeah.
She's really, really good. She's really good and talented. We have some stuff going on at Morrison's. We've been playing together. Our show tomorrow got canceled because it was a patio show. It's going to rain. And that was in Festus. But we're playing at Bubby's and Sissy's a lot. Right. So
all my exes live in Festus.
That's why I live in Manchester.
She's not my ex yet, but if she heard this show, she's going to be. She's like, I'm done. You were dumber than ever. Going back to Festus.
Oh, wait, that's why I hang my head in Pontoon Beach. That would have been it. That would have been better.
It works. Yeah. Hey, thanks again for coming down. Big thanks to our sponsors, Halpin Music, and of course, the sexy Matt Van Voris.
He's got a little Stubblefield, but he's He's all right.
Matt Van Forest, of course, of German Insurance and Macias Insurance. Big thanks to my host Dennis Lair over there, who doesn't turn my mic on until about quarter after because he knows I'm not ready. I'm still warming up now.
I think you did great.
Big thanks to all of you out there who are still tuned in after an hour and 10 minutes. You've done it. You've passed our
Check
test.
your ratings.
We can
and
be
see.
friends now.
Check your ratings and see if I brought the fires.
You brought it.
You brought it.
Big thanks to everybody out there listening. Hey, and everybody, it's Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah.
So do something nice for your mother.
I don't want to do
also,
anything. I just want to sleep.
get out and support local music
Yes.
and art.